So search is knowledge is stored somewhere. And if that knowledge is not stored, then the computer can't access that. This data exists in different forms here. I can, based on some of the data, that's why the quality of the data given to any AI is very important, especially for all of us in this room. All it's doing is it is pre-trained to come up with the next word.
Hey, it's Ronsley. Welcome, you AI geek, to Amplify AI. Consider this podcast your digital compass for you, the business leader wanting to use artificial intelligence ethically and in alignment with your brand's identity to achieve your business goals. Leading and running a business in the world of AI is like solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. But this podcast and I are here to make that easy. Every episode is a masterclass in unlocking techniques for using AI as a business leader, founder, owner. Thanks for being here. Let's learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Episode number 79. This is a really cool episode because it is about AI team training and it is about mastering new intelligence. We have a really nice episode for you, and it's important for you to understand that my job here in this podcast is to create training information for you, the business owner, business leader, on how to use AI properly in your business, how to adopt it to actually grow the business or make an impact and make a dent in the mission that you're trying to achieve. In today's episode, we cover the introduction to the power of AI in professional development and its distinction from traditional search technologies. I cover generative AI types and their unique applications, featuring some hands-on demonstrations with a section of my team who were in on this AI training. I do regular AI trainings within my team, and this was one of them. There's a discussion on the importance of data quality in AI performance and the impact of skewed data and how that affects outcomes that AI is asked to produce. We also go through an interactive AI tool exploration session where my team and I experiment with various generative AI platforms to solve some real world problems. Come, let's learn. Everyone wants to learn tools, but tools are not the most important thing. Like, tools will come and go. It's mainly for you to understand how it all functions and how it all operates. Okay, so I think the first thing that is really important to understand is that I think everyone thinks ChatGPT is AI, which it totally is, but it is a type of AI. It's generative AI. Then there's different types of AI that does different things. So search is knowledge is stored somewhere, and if that knowledge is not stored, then the computer can't access that. So the search returns that knowledge doesn't exist. But intelligence is different. Intelligence is like, this data exists in different forms here. I can, based on some of the data, I can make a very good, educated, intelligent guess that this is what I can return back. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, the difference?
Yes, sir.
So there's a difference between search and intelligence. Okay? There's different things that if you listen to the podcast, you listen to me talking about AI for the last, year at least, you'll know that I'm saying that it's a life form. It's intelligent. We are a human intelligence, which is carbon based, and we require food and water for this intelligence to work. And it is a silicon based intelligence, and it requires power and data. So if the power is unplugged, it doesn't work. And if the data is not given to it, it doesn't work. So that's why the quality of the data given to any AI is very important, especially for all of us in this room, because our ancestors were like the people that came to our lands and told us, okay, what y'all think and what your knowledge is uncivilized. I'm going to take you to school and teach you the right first world way of operation. And we have to make sure that, because the data is already skewed. The biggest issue that we have with any computer problem or any intelligence it's called the value alignment problem. What it means is, it's hard for us to explain exactly what we want in a way that we want it for us to get the answer correct. Okay, does that make sense? So it's hard for us to express exactly the way we want it. And it happens in general situations. So the more we can describe what we want,
That is called giving it context, called giving AI context. So the more we can describe what we're after, the more it will give us what we want. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Do you have any follow-up or any other clarifying questions on what I just covered?
None for me.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a bunch of prompts for you to try. Okay. Now, what I need from you is to be connected to any free generative AI, either ChatGPT or Gemini, which is Google's, or Claude AI, which is another one by Anthropic. I think Microsoft has also one, maybe. So
Chat Bing, sir.
yeah, Bing. Yeah. So just let me know when you'll all have that open on your screens. Now, what I need from each one of you when you read this is I want you to unmute your microphone and tell me what profession are you going to insert in there. So this is the first prompt I want to give you. This is like basic things. This is how you get smarter, okay, using AI. Today's session is all around how to augment what I already do with artificial intelligence. So it's basic. No, here the tool that's going to do this gigantic thing for you with one click of a button. We're not going to care about those things. We're going to learn to think like a computer and learn to understand how to lay out logical statements so the computer can understand, so it gives you exactly what you're asking from it. What is the profession you're going to insert in this prompt?
I'll start first then.
Yeah.
I'm new to using ChatGPT and I am an events brand manager.
Yeah. Great.
I'm new to using ChatGPT and I am a recruitment manager.
Yeah. Great. Next. Give it to someone.
Yes,
I'm-
Bernadette.
I'm new to ChatGPT. I am a admin assistant. Go ahead, Vince.
I'm new to using ChatGPT and I am a video production editor.
Yeah.
I am new to using ChatGPT and I am a podcast assistant.
Yeah. You might have to clarify what that means. Maybe you might not get the same responses. So when you're using this, right? The reason I'm asking different ones is because you will all get different responses, and I'll tell you why it is. But yeah, you're on the right track with podcast assistant.
So I don't
Good.
have to change it. Or-
No, it's fine.
Got it.
Just give it to someone.
So go, Marian.
So I'm new to using ChatGPT and I am an entrepreneur and generate a list of the 10 best prompts that will help me be more productive.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm new to using ChatGPT and I am a visual and reels creator.
Yeah. Amazing. So here is like things that you can start to do and start to think about when you're using AI. Like before you even start to say, okay, this is how these are different tools and different things that different commands or different, list of prompts or any of that stuff. Like these are more useful to you, especially because see, a lot of you have gone to university or not gone to university, but you have learned a whole bunch of skills that you've learned more in this job than those skills have taught you. Yes.
Totally.
So when you're thinking about how can this improve me even further, so I didn't even change like ChatGPT because I think it'll understand what I'm trying to say. But what I also wanted to see here is that if I ran the same thing again, I might not get the same responses because GPT, which is basically what all generative AI is built on, right? So whether it's Claude or it's ChatGPT or it's Gemini or it's Bing Chat, they're based on generative AI. And GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. So what it means is that based on all the data that it has and what it's trained on, and based on the prompt that you've just given it, all it's doing is it is pre-trained to come up with the next word. That's it. So all it knows is it's a transformer, which means it produces, and it is pre-trained to produce only the next word. So you will notice how it'll produce it
That's why if certain sentences are written in a certain way, those are the sentences that come up when you ask it for anything, because it's pre-trained in that way. So it's only figuring out the next thing. So if I put this, for example, chat GPT, this particular chat GPT knows it's me, and it also knows what I care about. And then definitely this is better for me as a person than what has come out in Gemini. Because let's just compare it, okay? So here, generate podcast theme and episode ideas. Okay, so for this business team, current trends in the industry.
I have a question actually.
Yeah, please.
What are the functions of punctuation marks when during prompt engineering or prompts? Because you've used bracket here, and I usually use quotation marks when I use content material during my prompts.
Yeah, great question. So you can use any delimiter. Delimiter is something that denotes the delineate, like the encapsulation of something. These brackets can be used. You can use double curly. You can use double square. You can use this. You can use also. I try to not use quotes because just in general, in sentences, there are no brackets. There's more something in quotes than there are in brackets. So I don't want to confuse the input with more delimiters in there that might exist in the text that I've put already inside. So that's why I use brackets. But they'll work either way. But see the difference, right? So here, welcome to Amplify AI, the podcast where we explore the cutting edge tools and thinkers. I'm your host in today's whatever. And then this one, your converse in the rapidly evolving landscape. I'm your guide navigating into the corner. There's still like, see, there's still, I would not use like these big words that are. So you got to make sure that when you're getting things from AI, that you're making corrections. Like human oversight is like super important and the most important thing for us, because our clients will say, like, I could have done that. You don't want them to say that. Like, you want to make sure that it's all corrected. What I want now is for you to tell me what topic you're going to put in there, each one of you. So each one of you unmute yourself and tell me, using that prompt, what are you going to put as the topic in there?
Yes, sir.
Whoever's going to start is going to finish that topic, and then they're going to hand it over to someone else till we finish the room. Okay?
It can be anything. Can I start?
Yeah.
I want to learn about crocodiles. I don't identify and share the most important 20% of learnings.
You want to learn about
Crocodiles.
crocodiles? Yeah, fair enough.
Angelo, follow me.
Okay. Thank you for that. I wrote, I want to learn about 3D animation and identify share most of the important. Yeah. Go ahead, Marianne.
Thank you, Angelo. So I want to learn about rare diseases and identify and share the most important 20% of learnings from this topic that will help me understand 80% of it. Go ahead, Bernadette.
Thank you, Marian. I want to learn about marketing strategies, identify and share the most important 20% of learnings from this topic that will help me understand 80% of it. Go ahead, Majoy.
I want to learn about how to become an effective leader, maintaining a good relationship with anyone, making friendship. Yeah, that's it for me, Mako.
I want to learn about many sports, identify and share the most important 20 learnings from this topic that will help me understand 80% of it. It's my Vens.
I want to learn about the flat earth theory, identify and share the most important 20% of the learnings and this topic that will help me understand 80% of it. That's it, sir.
I don't know where to go with that. Okay, so Marco, when you say many sports, that is very vague. That doesn't, it's like, doesn't, it's not going to be useful at what it gives you.
Do you know what the 80-20 rule is?
Actually, no.
No?
No, I think it's unfamiliar.
It's usually used in finance.
Yeah. So 80-20 is a principle called Pareto's principle. Pareto, Pareto. Pareto's principle suggests and it states that 80% of any positive thing is created by 20% of the work. So in a garden of tomatoes, 80% of the production is produced by only 20% of the plants. In any English language, so if you want to learn English, you can say, teach me only 20% of the words or phrases that will get me 80% of the help me learn 80% of English. And it'll give you only the 20% rather than, learning all these extra things that you might not need to know, because the top, so 80% means you have a command over a subject. 90% means you're an expert in the subject. 100% means like you're the top in the field of the subject. So you only need to know 80% to operate. So if you're learning a new language, you're learning any new skill, you only learn that 20% that will give you 80% command over the thing.
Hey, AI Geek. Thanks for listening. Your job doesn't stop here. I want you to lend your voice to the conversation. So you can join those conversations, discussions, new trainings, new recordings, and the rest of the AI Geeks by going to aigeeks.co. Also, share this podcast with a friend, another potential AI geek. Until then, much love.